Hello YouTube, it is the Cube back with another deck list video. Today I'm bringing a Legendary Knight / Dragon deck. Now, this was my personal build before King's Court come out. This is my take of how I'd like to run the deck, before all the Knights got their personal support. We're talking about like Arcana, of course, Timaeus, this one. That's why I'm calling it. I'll go ahead and, running Arcana Knight Jokers. Go ahead and get into it. I'm only running 2 of him. Timaeus Knight of Destiny, again, only 2 of him. We are running Amulet Dragon, of course. I did have Dark Magician, the Dragon Master Knight, but I found this was actually more efficient. Again, 2 of him. Let me go ahead and do this. There we go. Dark Magician Girl. I basically took everything that had Fangor Critias, Aya Timaeus, and Claw of Hermos in it, plus the Knights. And this is why I'm calling it a Legendary Knight / Dragon deck. Yes, trust me, I know, not the best of the best, but I mean, I'm running it. I'm running it regardless, okay? Destruction Dragon. Here we get more into the just one-ofs. Mirror Force, of course. Destruction. Tyrant Burst. That actually ends it for as far as the Legendary Dragon Knights go, This is just the extra deck that I'm running, of course. Now, we get with Excalibur. Last 3, they are XCs. We have Utopia. And of course, we're going to be running Lightning with the Utopia. So another reason I'm calling it a Legendary Knight / Dragon deck. Yeah, that's the extra deck. Let me get on into the main deck. As far as my take on it, And again, this was before King's Court come out. This was even long before I knew we were getting King's Court, and decided to make this. Knights were always one of my favorite attributes, or my archetypes, not attribute, but types. And I'm so glad that they did finally get support for them. Haven't built a full Knight deck yet. I've kind of slacked up on a lot, but anyway, that's another story. We'll have Timaeus, 1 of Timaeus. We have 1 of Critias, and we have 1 of Hermos. I'm only running 1 of these each right now, simply because you don't want to see nothing but these guys in your open hand, Honestly, I can't even remember. I don't even think I want to see these in my hand, truthfully. No, I don't. So that's why they're at 1 of. And I have done several test hands of it. This deck, even as it stands right now, it's definitely risky. It's bricky. It can be, but when it plays, oh boy, does it play. Dark Magician Girl, of course. We're running 2 of her. Gotta have 2 of the Dark Magician Girl. Dark Magician, the spellcaster himself. Running 2 of him. Anyway, y'all know what's up there. Now we get into the King's Knight. We're running 2 of him. running 2 Queen's Knight as well. And we're running 2 Jack's Knight. That's mainly the... well, not all of it. I have a very few other 1-of cards in here, such as DD Crow. Again, he's just one of the hand traps that I like. I actually have. So, I mean, I'm going to play him already. Just 1-ofs. We do have Keeper of Dragon Magic. We do run one of him. Summoner Monk, because who doesn't like another free summon? Plus, with the ditching of a spell card. So this really helps me put my Critias, Timaeus, and Hermos in the grave. Another big card that I really had to play in here, my opinion. Blade Knight, just to help fill up some space, and Kuriboh, because who doesn't need this little furry friend in their deck? always good to see Kuriboh, have him in the deck. He's just one of my favorites to have. Not necessarily a must-have, but just one of my favorites to play around with. But that is it for the main monsters. We'll get into the spells now. With 2 Legend of Heart. And here we have 3 Eye of Timaeuses. I am running 3 of this one. I'm running 3 of all these, actually. So, 3 Timaeus, 3 Critias, and we're running 3 Hermos as well. I'm still not used to this, forgive me. I'm just trying to keep it where y'all can see. And now, another good card just to help pitch those cards into the grave, because I need those in the grave, especially if I open up with them. Foolish Burial Goods. This is actually coming very handy for me, because I'd open like maybe 2 of each of those, well, 2 of 2 cards, 1 of this one, and then I would draw into another card which I could actually play with by using this and 1 of those. So definitely a must have, just because of how risky this deck can be. And of course we're gonna kind of lower it with 2 polys. These are the more random, filling up space cards. Of course, 1 Rhoda, 1 Monster Reborn, and 1 Swords of Revealing Light to buy me some time, if any. Monster Reborn I threw in here, again, more or less for, let's say, the Kings, Queens, and Jacks Knight. Let's say I'm able to summon one. Let's say I have King's Knight in hand, Queens is already engraved. Bring Queens back, normal summon Kings, you get your Kings, and if you have a poly in hand, there's your Arcana. That's why I have Monster in there, more or less. That's the main reason. It's just to help with the Knights in that case. But that does it for all of the spells. Now finally, get into the traps, which I'm running 2 of everything. I'm running 2 of each trap in here. So we got Tyrant Wing, of course, for the Tyrant Burst Dragon. Plus, if you already used one for Tyrant Burst, another one's never bad to have on hand, or I guess on field. Next card we have will be Ring of Destruction, of course, Destruction Dragon. And again, another great trap card to just have. It does burn damage to you, yes, but hey, if it takes out one of your opponent's main hitters, or hell, even one of yours just to wipe your opponent out, and you're barely hanging on, hey, it can be a clutch card to have. It can be. If it doesn't get negated, yes. 2 Mirror Force, always Mirror Force Dragon. Plus, it's always been one of my favorite trap cards. I've always went with Mirror Force. It's kind of like another Swords of Revealing Light to me. That card's kind of a buy time. And then finally we have Magic Cylinder. This is my absolute go-to trap card. My absolute. I wanted to put 3 in here, don't get me wrong, but it just, nah. Like, look at that. It would really hurt the consistency, you know. I got 8 traps, which a lot of people might say is 3 or 4 too many, or even 8 too many. But I personally like this one. I like how it runs. There is a few more things I could go about changing in it. I'm not sure. Like maybe Lost Wind. Maybe. I just recently got this from one of my random lot videos. So, hey, if you haven't seen them, go check it out. And I do have cards that aren't necessarily side deck, kind of like the Lost Wind, but it's like kind of like why not cards just to play around with. This guy and Expendable Die. We really thought about this one actually. We really thought about this one. This one was just kind of for funsies. And of course, well, we do have this guy, but yeah, for the theme of the King's Court, I was just gonna keep him solely in the King's Court build when I get it completed, when I get it finished. But that is it for the Legendary Knight / Dragon deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment down in the comment section letting me know what you think of it, what your opinions are. Let me know what you may or may not change about it, what you would tweak. Yeah, just holler at me. You know, I like to hear different opinions. I like to hear different ideas. That is it for the main deck and the extra deck. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoy playing this, even though win-loss ratio is actually balanced in a way, which is funny. It's a great 50-50. It's no less than 50-50. It's definitely a balanced deck. As well as far as winning losing goes. But yeah, that is it. I will see you all in another video. Peace out.